If you have your Bibles with you, kindly join us in reading our passage for today, found in Isaiah chapter 49, verses 15 to 16. Again, it's Isaiah 49, verses 15 to 16. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. This is the word of the Lord. Happy Mother's Day to one and all. Nanay! I was thinking last night on what graphics to play or to have, but of course there's nothing more than the face of a mother. Nanay, she left us when she was 70, if my memory is right, 70 plus years old. And as you can see, majority are with the apos. Nanay has 4 wonderful boys and 5 kids. 6, 7, because duha ka in-laws. Oh, yes. Yes. She served the convention for 35 years, if my memory is right. No? 35 years. Basically, she had her life in a ministry. She lived the experience or also life in the containers of the railway, sa mga train. They lived their life also sa uma. There are 9 siblings alive. Actually 11 in sila kabilog. But the twins, si Lola, had a miscarriage. So the twins died. Nanay is the 5th of the 9. No? So siya ang natunga. No? As we would say, I don't know if you would agree with me, people would say, basta ikaw kuno ang middle child, your siblings would always run to you. I don't know if that's true. But Nanay is not perfect. She also has her set of loopholes. She is very strict. She would sometimes tie us sa puno sang paho. That's why my siblings or my cousins would say, we would cut the mango tree in front of the house. But I said no. That's a legacy of our lolo and lola. No? In front of the house, there's a big mango tree. And that mango tree is very symbolic because it would always remind us not only of our childhood, but how our mother, our titas, and lola would rear us up. But do you know when and where Mother's Day started? Well, basically, as most of our traditions started in the U.S., in the Western country, it was a certain Anna M. Jarvis who started this practice. She first suggested that a national observance of an annual day honoring all mothers because she had loved her own mother so dearly. Now, according to the story, Anna Harvest, her mom died of a certain sickness, no? And at a memorial service for her mom on May 10, 1908, she suggested that a special day be offered for all mothers. And within the next few years, her idea of honoring mothers gained popularity, and that it went across the U.S. And on May 9, 1914, an act sa Congress by President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. So he established the day as a time for public expression of our love and reverence for the mothers in the U.S. As a Jewish proverb would say, God could not be everywhere, so he made mothers. Would you agree with that proverb? God could not be everywhere, so he made mothers. So again, a blessed Mother's Day. So this greeting is not just for all females. No? As I've mentioned in our prayer, whether you are married or single mother or foster mother or even fathers who would also act as mothers. Because in our generation nowadays, being mothers are not just those who literally gave birth. Diba? No? Our notion of mothers extended. So whether you have adopted children, no? Si Manay Angga, I'm sure she has already hundreds of adopted kids. No? Kag-apo, correct? And even fathers, no? who are acting as mothers as well. Let me start off with a story which I am sure you have heard several times. But let's refresh our minds to this story, which according to sources, it was a certain Irma Bombeck who authored this story. And according to the story, she says that on the day God created mothers, he had already worked long overtime. And an angel said to the Lord, Lord, you sure are spending a lot of time on this one. The Lord turned and said, have you read the specs of this model? She is supposed to be completely washable, but not plastic. Sa term ta sa buong Tupperware. She is to have 180 moving parts. All of them replaceable. She is to have a kiss that will heal everything from a broken leg to a broken heart. She is to have a lap that will disappear whenever she stands up. She is to be able to function on black coffee and leftovers. And she is supposed to have 6 pairs of hands. 6 pairs of hands, said the angel. That's impossible. It's not the 6 pairs of hands that bother me, said the Lord. It's the 3 pairs of eyes. she is supposed to have one pair that sees through closed doors, so that whenever she says, "What are you kids doing there?" she already knows what they're doing in there. She has another pair in the back of her head to see all things she is not supposed to see, but must see. And then she has one pair right in front that can look at a child that just goofed and communicate love and understanding without saying a word. "That's too much," said the angel. "You can't put that much in one model. Why don't you rest for a while and resume your creating tomorrow?" "No, I can't," said the Lord. "I'm close to creating someone very much like myself. I've already come up with a model who can heal herself when she is sick, who can feed a family of 6 with 1 pound of hamburger, and who can persuade a 9-year-old to take a shower." Then the angel looked at the model of motherhood a little more closely and said, "She's too soft." "Oh, but she is tough," said the Lord. "You've been surprised at how much this mother can do. She can think, or can she think?" asked the angel. "Not only she can think," said the Lord, "but she can reason and compromise and persuade." Then the angel reached over and touched her cheek. "This one has a leak," he said. "I told you that you couldn't put that much in one model." "That's not a leak," said the Lord. "That's a tear." "What's a tear for?" said the angel. "Well, it's for the joy, for sadness, for sorrow, for disappointment, for pride." "You're a genius," said the angel. And the Lord said, "Oh, but I didn't put it there. I didn't put it there." Who can relate to the story? Very simple. Yes, mothers are very soft. That's why many children, or basically children, 99%, would always go to their mothers for rescue. With rescue, I would mean whether they are joyful or whether they are painful. I would always laugh when my brother, si James, would always ask Josh and G. He would always say, "Ano naman ang inahutik-hutik niyo?" And the two would just smile and laugh. Our mothers are built with something special. Yes, mothers are soft-hearted. Tama, mothers? Cannot afford to turn their backs on their children. I have one foster kid. She was a lesbian, and she grew up in church, basically. And then she said, "Dad, I don't know what to do. My parents wanted me for something. But you know me. I've told you my story. I am not the regular beautiful girl that they thought I am. I don't know. And so I said, do you think your mom does not know about it? I told her, your mom is just waiting for you to tell her. And I'm very sure she would love it to hear it straight from you. Months passed, and then I was just surprised to see a picture of her and her mom and her partner. And so I said, I sent her a PM because she's not here in Iloilo anymore. And so I said, Anak, see, I told you, your mother is just waiting for you to tell her. And then she said, Dad, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for being there. Though you are my dad, but sometimes I can feel that you're also my mother. And so I said, well, what is the kalbo for? Right? And so how I wish that the fathers here, abot, there are also times na naging mother man ka mo. Father and mother all in one. Yes. Yes. It's difficult. I will not ask you kung kay sino nga role ang difficult. If it's a mother or a father. Because I firmly believe that both a father and a mother have different roles. But nonetheless, they should work together, hand in hand. We should not put a barrier between father ka, mother ka. Dapat 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because a family cannot be a family without a mother or a father. Dapat may teamwork ang mother kag father. Because if they do not have a teamwork, what will happen to the family? Sabog. Diba? Wasaag ang family. I grew up, or basically, my siblings and I grew up without our tatay on our side. Because he was a salesman. And he would only be in the house roughly 24 hours. Kagalibot siya sa Panay. When we grew up, his 24 hours became 2 days, became 3 days, until he retired. So basically, we grew up with our nanay. And being the eldest, the task of tatay is placed on my shoulder. And so, when I was abroad, trying to earn, my siblings would say, Bok, ole ka diya. Go home. Said, why? Nanay will not listen to us. Especially when she was already sick. Nanay would not listen to us. She would always look for you. So go home. So si Taba, whether he likes it or not, he has to go home. When I was in the US, working, mother or nanay would always pray that Taba or Baboy, as my siblings would call me, would be a pastor. Baboy because I was really very big. When I was in high school and college, I weighed 200 pounds. 46 ang waistline. Pero wala ko siyang taba nga nagahanak-hanak. It's firm. It's not saggy. But nonetheless, when I finally decided to go back to the Philippines and enroll in the seminary, Ambakunay, I think I will go home and enter the seminary. Sus! Lo and behold, within 24 hours, dasig pa sa Bombo Radyo. Many knew that I am going home and enter the seminary. Newspaper niya na. That's how happy she was. When one of my siblings got married and brought his wife to the house pregnant, Nanay cannot do anything, but she said, "Ti, saan ang kasal?" Preparahan ang kasal. No? So it was not just Nanay, but the aunts were there as well. No? So we have 9, 7, 8, 6 aunts. And I have 2 mothers. Si Auntie Deb. She was my second mother. Kaysa iya ko nagahulid. No? Most of the time, siya. And the whole 5 of us would have our own mothers sa mga aunts naman. Nanay, as I've said earlier, was very strict. But nonetheless, she would always treat us equally. Why? Every morning, 5 kami na. Ang amon mugs have our names. May zodiac sign namon. And subong the kids, always nakaabot sang noodles nga may letters, di ba, nga may numbers. Nanay would be patient and uti enough to count every letter equally. Diyos ko dahil. Amo na siya kautig na isip niya na kung pila na ka-letters ang kada cup. And still, report sa convention on time. You could just imagine how tedious that would be. Ikaw, Pangga, have you appreciated that? Anong pinaka-uting na breakfast naging prepare ni mama mo? As you could remember, nga equal ka mo nga duha. Ano, Pangga? Scrambled egg? Ikaw, isa ka pa lang eh. Wala ka sa kumparahan, no? Scrambled egg, ang pinaka-uti, ang ginuto ni mama mo. Ano ko, no? Akay favorite niya. See? Ano ang tayo? Share sila ni Mamita. Correct. No? So, Jen, anong pinaka-uti ang ginuto ni Mother Rose? Na equal kamutanan for breakfast alone. Auntie Fe, Auntie Tights, Tita Lynn, Presi.
I used to prepare chicken bilog.
Chicken bilog?
Dapat kami nagawa sila nakasimama. Sabi ni Papa, may sala kami, no?
For breakfast po yan.
Tapos may hakbot siya na bilog.
See? Right? Laki na managa si Ate Dice na. Si Ate Dice. Kama. Okay. Sa inyo nga time o kung sa tatlo? Sa inyo nga time. Okay, sa inyo nga time. Ginamos ang baringon. Okay. Malangan ka?
Siyempre wala ako yan nakita. Pero according kay nanay, sa mga sisters ko, may 16 anos ko kapag narata ako. So, during the time na nagmay pa sila, nagasulong na na si Nini, si Inday, si Nini, si Kuko, apat. Pero, itlog niya mga kamot yung sa uma. They will always,
O si Sanita. Right? So we all have.
Pero ang pinanay, abi mo to, ang ito, sa makulang, na maligya, kung sa bagay, maligya, sa semana tayo. So, pagka Domingo, kung gusto mo semana, kung kaisa, pati ang mga manok na maligya, ito mo na ito na maligya. So, kung ano ang pinilong ng nanay, ibigay na iba ng itlog, try mo, pagbuon. Pero mga hard boy niya lang. So,
okay.
Even if they have 2 pairs, hard boy, parang
tungaon.
Pero ano pinahilong niya, parang mawala sa yan, ginagamitan niya kahilo. Ay, ang
thread.
Thread, yes. Like on knife, may arak na tayo na ang knife, pero nag-puso the weight, yes. Pero kumilo, ay utang niya sa tinggal.
Lengthwise ang pag-slice ng hard-boiled egg. Di ba? So, you see how mothers are creative. Di ba? How creative, how resourceful they are in treating every kid equal. But I also had one experience during our chaplaincy program. One mother from Manila, she said, "Pastor, correct me if I'm wrong. I am ang sindi ng kandila. No? I am lighting the candle for my child na sana kunin na siya ni Lord." Sabi ko, why? Sabi niya, "It hurts me, but I would rather see him die than do a lot of stupid things." Problematic ang bata niya. Notorious ang bata niya. And so she said, "Pastor, I don't know what to do anymore, but how I just wish and pray that the Lord would take him na." Sabi ko, "Ma'am, I cannot relate to that because this is the first time I heard a mother say that." So if you are a mother, upon hearing that, literally, you will say, "Anong klaseng nanay ka?" Right? Anong klaseng nanay ka? But, if we would be on the shoes of that mother, we would maybe do the same thing. The bottom line here, my dear friends, that I'm trying to point out is that mothers would always pray for the best for their children. Diba? Mothers, no matter how bad their children are, they would always pray for the best. Dear friends, I would not be really talking about how the Bible would say it, but I believe that all of us have our stories to tell about our mothers. So today's sermon is more of experience. So for all those mothers out there, share your story this morning. Okay? Zenim, Happy Mother's Day. Bobet, Happy Mother's Day. Suon Rex, Happy Mother's Day kay Suon. Trying to mention all the mothers here watching to us. Okay? All of us have our own stories to tell. Nanay, the best thing that I can remember is that Nanay would always tell us, or would always tell our aunts, our uncles, or our teachers, every time we sleep in the house, or even Tata, she would say, let them sleep. They will not be presidents tomorrow. Let them sleep. They will not be presidents tomorrow. Well, Nanay is not condoning our cutting classes because we are still sleeping. But she understood that we are not in the mood, or maybe we are sick. Because she would opt that she would see us in the house, then go to school and be somewhere else. Yes, many mothers would always opt. That's why I know it's not one of you, but one of my friends is saying, I told her kids one time, said, Anak, if you need a place to date, Daddy's house is always open. You can go there and date. And then the mother said, no, I want them to date in the house. I want them to date in the house. That's why I love seeing their girlfriends in the house always. How many of us also can do that? Ano pangga? Would you like to be nga ang panguliyag si mo makadto sa balay niyo, or you go out? Wala pa sa pangaluyag. Wala pa si nangisog ng mga luyag. Yes, at the times. Okay. Hindi gid pwede. Nga kantuan sa balay.
Several times. Doon sa nag-court the high school na. Kantuan na dahil sa akin ang mga friends, mga girlfriends. Kasi manghihiligiwan pa na dahil sa amon na ganyan na kung tao na. Ay, kung naman kasi may friend ko yung nanay. May istudya ako kaya natin sa nurse. Magulang ako sa doctor. So, istudya ako kami part job. Kasi wala dito nag-ano na mag-close din sa bahay. No? Ay, tama yan. Ang mga programa. Hindi na sa una sila. Hindi na sila ka-establish sa wala yung next.
Yes. So, we have... Yes. No? So, the point there is that all of us, or all mothers, have their own unique process of training their children. No? All mothers. And we cannot question. Who are we to question the process why these mothers have such process? Because maybe this is the result of their upbringing. Diba? Our processes of gearing or rearing our children is also affected, or was affected, past tense, is affected by how we grew up and how we see our environment. Diba? So we have no right to question each other. But we can learn from each other. Diba? We can learn from each other. That is why, ante? Exactly. Dali agad makaapo. if you will be more strict to them. That's why one of our nephews, si Erap namon, we would always say, Ti, saan na kami mga po? Saan na kami mga po? Because he would stay sa house ang girlfriend niya. And sometimes they would also stay in our house. Hello. Thank you. Sa saksakay na alon. No? And so we would tell them, san mo na kami hatagan sa apo. But you know what? They would always answer, may eskwela pa kami yan. We would still love to finish. Right? Because, in our opinion, it is one way of letting them know that we care. It might be in a joke, but at least it is our process or our own way of tell us what is going on. So now, nag-video call siya sa May 9, and I said, Anak, namin na tsura mo da, no? Nagdako-dako siya. You know, but as nanay would say, what happened to your face? Ang una ko nakita, ang tungkol. No? And so, the bottom line there is that, as mothers, can we speak the language of our children? Yes, Auntie Fe. Sure.
So, ako yung nanay, I used to be very far from my children. Kasi nanonood ako. So, nabili ng mga bata ko. There's care sa aking nanay. However, hindi kami nakakaya nila. So, the story is, and ang role ko as a mother, and being a mother, tayo na palagala sa ila. So, I need to be care. Pariho ang tubo. Para na may makita ang para ko kaila na i-distribute properly para otherwise di mag-itos. So, ang nangyayari ko na kaibigan kung ano ang income pag-abot sa pinangalan. Vision, pinangalan na katibayan na as a being mother. So, ako nangyayari mo ko at the same time ako manangguli sa akong nanay. Tuming. Nanay, ako sa mga anak ko at the same time. Nanay, din sila sa mga anak ko. Isip ka rin nanay. So, ako nangguli sa nanay. So, sa school, sa ato na sinakay, nagpapalistan ako ng mga alit.
Sila naman ang single ko. Big, yeah.
So, sa gabi lang. Tapos sa mama, ano ang tumino sa aking son? So, sige mama, kaya ano ang imo? Prepare for tomorrow. So, pwede mo sa mother's day. Yung tutuwa, alam ka sa bala ng pipin. Kaya na ngayon lang natin. Wala pa na tumura.
Yeah.
So, aking ko, okay naman. Kung kanina, pag-isip mo, ay nagpadala ako na. So, ano, kasi yung mama.
Right? So, exactly. Now, so that's why if we mothers, if mothers have done their part and the kids are really brought up and have felt their love, they are indeed jewels. If you could notice, our altar is full of shoes. May chinelas, pwede pa nagpapili yung chinelas pa yun. Yan. May chinelas pa na. And all the shoes were are women's sizes. Women's shoes. My high heels, my formal shoes, my rubber shoes, my slippers. Why? There are mothers who would always wear high heels. Good shoes. Well, maybe you could say they belong to the upper class of society. We have shoes there, rubber shoes lang, regular shoes. Tita Lynn, last time when we got the shoe set, she said, this is an answered prayer pass. I was about to go sa Jolly Fit to buy shoes. But you know what? Before opening the door, sa labas ng door, there's that shoes. Tama-tali, no? Sa labas mismo ng door, nakalagay yung shoes na nakuha niya. Yeah. And it really fit her size. There are also mothers, is that the shoes sa Tita Lynn? Ayan, ginsimba niya na, di ba? Who just wear slippers. The challenge or the question for these, my dear friends, is that what shoes is your mother wearing? With the shoes, I mean, what are the functions does your mother have? What role? Well, maybe you can say, pag naka-high heels, sosyal ang nanay. Rich ang nanay. Well, basically, some mothers would love to really dress themselves and be presentable. Right? Whether they have a lot or no, or none, mothers would always love to see her kids, herself, and her husband presentable. Diba? There are mothers na hala, would burn the midnight candles panahi. Diba? There are also some mothers who are just wearing tennis shoes, rubber shoes, meaning they're always on the go. Right? On the go. Through thick and thin in life, on the go. This is one characteristic, or hasta mapatay si nanay, I could never see her wear a high-heeled shoes. Flat shoes na siya, pero ni, ang pinakataas siya, guro nga takot, nabot lang kung may 1 inch. Or sometimes nag-high heels man siya, but only on special occasions. Why? Because she would always run around. Run na siya, that's why bansagan siya sang alias nga umang. Si umang. Because the umang will always, diba, go around. Wala siya permanent nga lugar. That's why, when we were young, we do not have problems. Buy ka ticket, ara si uncle nito, si uncle no, something, duwala sa airport, kadto ka sa school, kadto ka sa Changi, nanay have always friends. Kaya she is all around. Or sometimes, some mothers would just wear slippers. Diba? They might just wear slippers, but hey, before the sun comes up, and even the sun goes down already, they are still outside, working for their children, working for the family. That's why these shoes or footwears in the altar would signify the different kinds of mothers that we have. We could go on and on talking about mothers, but let me close with this challenge. If you have not yet hugged or kissed your mom, do it now na. Wala ka pa kag-greet kinanay mo ay. Kag-greet ka na ginman. Diba? Galagpok nga kiss. Okay? Do it. Yes, your mom might be very strict, but they have reasons. Play around with your moms. Not for long. They would not be there beside you. time will come, they would go home. And you'll never be there. They will never be there. Moms, I encourage you, speak the language of your children. It is in speaking their language that you will let your children know that you are not up there, but you are with them, understanding them. That's why Nanay, in her last few years, she was able to speak our language. So kung maglagaw kami na, the sales lady would say, si Nanay niyo yan, no? Do barkada niyo lang. So moms, speak the language of your kids. Especially in this generation, the children need somebody who speaks their language. It is in communicating that we can let our children know we are there for them. And children, again, do not abuse your parents. Understand them. Especially when they are old, makulit na sila, uli-ano na sila, their stories are just coming round and round and round. They do not want to take a bath because it's always cold. Tama? They would eat all the time even though they have just eaten. They could not sleep when everybody is sleeping. And when we are awake, they are sleeping. Understand them. It's part of growing up. No? So friends, may every day is a Mother's Day. It is not just on the second Sunday of May, but I hope and pray that every day is Mother's Day. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.